All right, good morning, Strato fans. It's been a long time since I made a video. Just got back about a month ago from Worlds. Came so close. Got to the World Series, got to the finals. I was up 3-2, up 1 run in Game 6, 2 outs away from the championship. And, Jordan Romano on the mound against eventually Mookie Betts, who hit the go-ahead double in the bottom of the ninth, the winning double, clearing the bases. Mookie Betts for Jim ended up with 5 RBIs that game, lost 7-6, and then I know the writing was on the wall with Game 7 going against Mr. Strider, but made it close. Got it exciting there in the bottom of the ninth, but couldn't pull it off. So second place finish, well above what I expected, and congrats to Jim Galloway, man. What a great player. So very proud to finish in second. So I've been thinking lately as I'm prepping a little bit about Jamie Fuller. So I'll tell you a little bit about Jamie. Here's a newspaper clipping from the spring of 1991, getting in my senior year in high school, and pictures me and a couple others and Jamie Fuller, who I caught many times for good old Avon Grove High School, which is the proud high school of Stratomatic favorite Joey Wendell. So a little bit more about Jamie and I. So I started playing with Jamie back when I was 13 years old with Red Rose. It was a senior league team there in West Grove in Avondale, Pennsylvania. We were on the same team there for 3 years, and then obviously in high school. I played a lot of positions when I was growing up, third base, catcher. I couldn't hit a lick, but man, could I throw. So I think Jamie liked me catching, not only because I was used to catching him, but usually when guys got on first base, they didn't make it to second base on me. As we kind of got into later in high school, Greg Pollard started catching more and more. I started catching less and less and playing more third base, but it always seemed like I had that pitcher-catcher battery relationship with Jamie, almost to a point where I know Jamie felt more comfortable when I was behind the plate when he was on the mound. So it got me thinking about personal catchers. A lot of people talk about Clayton Kershaw, and he's used Austin Barnes. Of course, Austin Barnes got hurt a little bit last year. There's been other examples. Garrett Cole has had a personal catcher kind of through the years. And how that can be applied to Stratomatic, right? And then I started thinking, well, could there be some way where you could give a penalty if that pitcher's on the mound without their catcher? But I said instead of a penalty, I think maybe a bonus, maybe that synergistic bonus that if you haven't identified a pitcher with their own personal catcher, maybe they get some sort of bonus. So got me thinking a little bit, and did a little research online of personal catchers for different players in the past. Always a good place to start is Baseball Reference, and they've got a personal catcher defined as a catcher who catches one pitcher in order to give the regular catcher a day off, but consistently does it. Now gives examples of Tim McCarver and Steve Carlton, which was a very famous pair, and some others, which got me thinking of how you would define a personal catcher. So I found this pretty cool website that tried to define personal catchers by basically coming up with this formula that takes a look at pitcher starts, catcher starts, and then mutual starts as a battery, and does a ratio. If it's greater than 10, it would define it as a personal catcher or personal battery. And it kind of goes through and lists them all through 2003. Unfortunately, it doesn't go past that. So I took the 2 most likely personal catcher combos, Kershaw and Barnes, and Cole and Rostop, and did that calculation. And for 2023, neither one of those batteries does meet the threshold. However, looking at the historical league, 1984, there is a pair, Joe Niekro and Alan Ashby, that meet that criteria. So Alan Ashby would be the personal catcher for Joe Niekro if you're playing a 1984 retro season this year. So putting it all together is kind of the proposal is, if a pitcher and catcher battery qualify with that ratio greater than 10, I would pitch that when you draft that pitcher, you have the option of taking the catcher immediately at whatever average draft round he's at. So, for example, in 1984, if you draft Joe Niekro, let's say round 3, and after a few drafts, Alan Ashby is ADP is round 24, you could say, and my 24th round pick is Alan Ashby. You have that option right off. And then when that combo's in the game, proposal for the benefit or the bonus would be that ballpark effect singles and home runs would be cut in half, rounded up. So kind of an idea to give an extra bonus to that personal catcher pitcher battery. All right, kind of wrapping it up. Like I said, not really directly applicable to the 2024 season. I'm doing all my card evaluations like everybody else, getting ready for going to the first Strato Tournament Players Club of the year, which is LA1, March 1st through 3rd. So deep into and getting ready for that. I got a guy on the ground on opening day in New York who's picking my cards up, and then he's going to FedEx them to me so I can start detailed. I've already been, like everybody else in the club, already raking over the numbers with our own personal algorithms. But in the meantime, kind of an idea I've been kicking around on the off season, and again, just food for thought. And maybe if you play a home league or something, maybe it's something to kick around. Maybe a house rule. I think Dan and I might try some version of this as a house rule. Maybe test it out this season. We'll see how it goes. So hope you enjoyed it, and have an awesome tournament this season. It's going to be an awesome season.